I'm standing right beside what they call the giant steps here in Banff National Park. And I got to sit down here for 20 minutes watching the sun come up in behind Temple Mountain. A gorgeous view of the Mountain Dew coming up early in the morning that kind of creates this nice little fog. And it's super gorgeous. And I decided to make a little video for you guys to show you what to expect when you come camping here. There's a lot of people that come to the giant steps just to do a day hike. So you're going to be doing at least a good 18 to 20 kilometer day just to come and see these things. Being able to grab all of your stuff and camp out here makes it a lot easier. So this is the main water source at the Paradise Valley Campground. Definitely the coolest water source out of all of the backcountry campgrounds that we've ever been to. So back there, about 100 meters up, that's where there's a little trail that veers right into the campground. The trail here is well defined and they have nice trail markers with like good distances the whole way. And by the time that you get to the campground, there's only one trail in. It's like a J. It leads you all the way throughout the entire campground. So walk through it, find a tent pad that you like, and put your stuff down there. And if you keep following the path, you'll see the washroom, and right in behind the washroom, you're gonna find the cooking area. The cooking area pretty much consists of 2 rows of bear bins that are kind of facing each other, 6 on one side and 6 on the other. So even though there's 10 tent pads, they have 12 bear bins, and in between the bear bins, there's actually a little cover with a box that you can get rid of your wastewater, which is super handy to have. And just past that, you'll find 4 little picnic tables in like a small open area. From the campground, you can easily see Mount Lefroy, and like you're literally surrounded by mountains in this gorgeous little campground. Everything inside the campground seems super well taken care of. All the 10 tent pads are made with gravel, and they all have that nice wood frame. They're relatively flat. There's a lot of trees in the area where the campgrounds are, so if you need to set up any little tarps, or I've seen a few people have some lines to dry up some gear, but this is literally the last of the trees. If you keep going here, you're just going to see this big meadow and a pile of scree, and there's a lake at the far back. So if you want to come camping here, how do you get here? Well, this one is a little bit special and a little bit different than all the other backcountry campgrounds. They do like to control this area because they may close it at a moment's notice. I think that's one of the reasons why they don't open that up to the public to reserve it. Google the Lake Louise Tourism Center, and you need to call them 24 hours before you want to come. So then you ask them if you can book a tent pad or 2 tent pads or whatever you need for your group, then you get your official reservation. You pay them over the phone. It's pretty easy to do. Then you can't actually drive to the campground parking lot. You basically have to park at the park and ride, grab all your stuff, and you go all the way to the end, look for these big green tents. Normally you would need a reservation to get on that bus. But if you're coming to the campground, it doesn't matter. Just showing them reservation, you're like, oh, you have a party of 7? All right, here's 7 tickets, and then you get to hop on the bus. They drop you off at Paradise Valley, and then you can start hiking. But when we get back to the trailhead, we're going to have to flag down one of the buses, and they're going to pull into the Paradise Valley little parking lot, and that's going to bring us back to our car. This is kind of a good little plan B. It's plan B that might actually be better than your plan A. Let's say I'm going to go to David Thompson country and I want to do Landslide Lake. I don't need a reservation there. On Friday morning, I'm going to call here, and if it's full, I'm going to go to Landslide Lake. But if it's not full, then I'm going to cancel Landslide Lake because I don't need a reservation. I can come here instead. We were actually supposed to be hiking the entire Skyline Trail in Jasper National Park, and due to the fires, that obviously got all canceled, and that's how I landed in this gorgeous plan B here. This here is the wonderful Horseshoe Lake. I don't even know if this name is official because I kind of only seen it on like PDF documents of people that have done like trail reports, that kind of stuff. It is shaped like a big horseshoe, and it's right in front of the Continental Divide here at the very end, Paradise Valley. This is definitely one of the main features to come up here. If you want to come here in a day hike, you're going to be doing somewhere between 26 to 30 kilometers. So that's why if you're staying at the campground, it's much easier. The bottom of these mountains, it's all glaciers all the way around. And a lot of the glaciers you can't even see because the scree kind of hides a lot of it. Right in front of Mount Huggamy behind me there, you can see where top snow and glacier kind of melts and it's flowing away the scree, and you can see that, oh, this glacier comes all the way into the lake. And then in the back of me here, the gorgeous Continental Divide with Mount Lefroy on one side, and you can see the Glacier Peak and the Ringrose Peak and Mount Huggamy in its full form at the far back there. Right in the middle there on the other side is actually Lake Louise, right in the Lake O'Hara area. One thing that I found a little bit disappointing, nobody's kind of made an official trail. If you get up here on the south side, it seems to go to the Wastic Pass, and it doesn't really tend to come up here. So you're gonna have to be bushwhacking and trying to figure out where to go. And on that side, you actually have to go around the entirety of the lake, or you gotta go for a swim and try to cross somewhere where it's shallower. Other side, like the north side of the valley, where the campground is right there. So you would think, oh, I'm just gonna follow the creek, which is a good idea, but the creek turns into this meadow slash swamp. I don't even know what to call it. It looks like something you would see in the Serengeti in Africa, and I've never seen that type of environment in the Canadian Rockies. Sediment and sand are all channeled through these spots, and it makes these veins all over the place, and you don't want to go through there because you will get stuck where you're going to have to turn around, and these are sensitive environments, so you want to avoid that altogether. Leave the campground, follow the creek, and then you're going to see where it comes up into the forest, but then you're going to want to actually find this little opening, and you can tell that, oh, water used to come in here. Just follow that up. Right down the center, there's an old creek path that kind of where the water used to descend, and you come up the middle of there, the lowest amount of elevation, and it's the easiest. And if you want to be adventurous, once you're here and you want to do a little bit more, then you can actually go around this entire lake. It's probably about a good 2 to 3 kilometers. It doesn't look that big, but as you start walking around, you realize it's scattered pretty far out. Even on that side, there's another huge scree pile with another tarn, and you can see all the glaciers that are kind of in between Mount Lefroy and the Mitre. Like the glaciers go all the way up the side. Right in front of me there, you can see a clear shot of the Wastic Pass. I've been up to the Wastic Mountain when I did the Valley of the 10 Peaks, and when I tried to come down the Wastic Pass, that's when I realized that there was snow and there was a grizzly and a sow prints. So I didn't want to follow the bear, so I just kind of turned around. It's scree, but it's totally doable to get up there. So you could do like this crazy loop of coming up here, checking the lake, going around the lake, going up Wastic Pass, back down Wastic Pass, going down the Valley of the 10 Peaks, then you can go up Sentinel Pass and come back down the other side and come back to your campground at Paradise Valley. And I guarantee you that you will be extremely tired and want to have a good night's sleep after you do that hike. So this is the wonderful Horseshoe Lake here at the end of Paradise Valley. And I hope that this video helps you decide where you want to camp and explore in Banff National Park. And I'm Eric Chombley, and these are my adventures. Peace out, everyone.